So 13 years ago, Aletheia Church began. And what started as a collegiate church quickly became a diverse family full of people from all ages and stages of life who exist for one purpose. And that purpose is to see a greater worship of Jesus through disciple making and church planting. And with the Lord's provision, we have had the unique privilege of planting 4 additional churches out of ourselves over the past decade, sending scores of people and hundreds of thousands of dollars in the process. From day one, we felt a conviction to remain as mobile as possible in order to continue to do what we felt like God was calling us to do, to plant churches. And we sort of prided ourselves on being perpetually portable. At the same time, we never stopped praying or searching for a permanent home, while being content to stay portable for as long as God wanted us to. But then 2020 came, and being nomads finally caught up with us. The stability that we thought we could maintain at a YMCA or a middle school just wasn't going to be feasible any longer. A permanent home base was necessary. 2 more years of instability came and went, with a few more moves in between. Then the urgency for a home hit its peak in February of this year, when Liberty Middle School told us that we may not be able to gather over the summer. It was then that we entered into a time of prayer and fasting as a church, and it was awesome. Just a couple short weeks into our church-wide fast, God finally said yes. After all those years, He drew our attention to a space on West Fletcher Avenue, and it would be a perfect home for us. So here we are. Aletheia Church has signed a 10-year lease with the option of an additional 10 years on a commercial building located just west off of 275 and Fletcher Ave in Tampa. The building sits in an ideal location for us, positioning us to have a neighborhood presence in a strategically targeted area deeper in the heart of Tampa. The proximity to USF, the mixture of people from various socioeconomic and ethnic backgrounds, along with the potential exposure to almost 50,000 cars daily, places Aletheia in a location with extraordinary potential. And what this building provides us with is a ton of things, but specifically stability, permanency, and deeper roots in a neighborhood, a home base for gospel advancement, close proximity to one of the largest universities in the entire nation. USF boasts over 50,000 students, close proximity to Suitcase City, which is largely Latino, close proximity to the Tampa suburbs, where a majority of our people live. And then this, I love this, close proximity to the heart of a thriving and booming and influential city. Additionally, and we've taken this for granted at times, but adults and children are going to be able to worship under the same roof. There have been many moments in the history of our church where we just haven't had that luxury. And then I love this, the reallocation of volunteer hours and energy and capacity. We won't have to set up anymore. We won't have to tear down. We can reallocate all that energy, all that capacity to do all the other things that God is calling us to do as a church. We're also going to have greater capacity to make disciples and plant churches in a place that we get to call home and use whenever we want. And on top of that, we're going to have continued financial flexibility by not undertaking a mortgage. We're going to have room for numeric growth. We're going to be able to host events like conferences and weddings and funerals. And then maybe, Lord willing, in the future, as we grow more, we might be able to expand to facilitate more growth.
My hope for Aletheia is for the established people in Aletheia that there would be rest, there would be enjoyment.
One hope that I have would be seeing a lot more discipleship. There's just a really big need for college students to be discipled and trained in how to walk with Jesus.
What excites me the most is that it'll be more centrally located within the heart of Tampa.
I'm very excited that the new building is going to be very close to the Latino community. One of the reasons because I'm a Latina, so it's very exciting. It's very exciting that we can reach out to many.
And we will also be within a neighborhood close by, and it'll be really good for the church to impact those communities and kind of have a church base there.
We'll drive the 25 minutes. If there's traffic on that Sunday because everybody's going to church that day, we'll drive 35 minutes.
I've never had a church building before. I've never known what it's like to be at church and have our own building. So I'm very, very excited, and I feel like I will drive to wherever it is to be with the community.
So church, this is a moment to reflect and rejoice over all that God has done, all that He is doing currently, and all that He is about to do. He is actually telling us with this new home that He's put in front of us that He's not done with us. He's not done with Aletheia. I'm so overjoyed to say that. In some ways, He's just getting started with us. He's writing a brand new chapter in His story for us. He is making it possible for us to leave an even bigger imprint than ever before. And you and I get to be a part of it. There is no better time than now to be a part of what God is doing at Aletheia. And I can't wait to see it all unfold. And I can't wait to do it with you. God bless you, church.